Good morning, Wildcats. Welcome back to a great week of learning. Make sure you have your agenda books out today. I'm going to give you some update on page 8. Our bell schedule for our non-advisory day is a little bit off, and so I want to make sure that we go through and cross out some of that, change it up a little bit. Your teachers also have the right schedule. But welcome back. Today's organization day. We'll make sure we're organizing our binder. I saw some sixth grade binders the other day. Papers should not be out of it, right? Like the paper should not be like poking out of the top. And that's not just sixth grade, but I saw a couple of sixth graders because they carry their B lunch binders down, and saw a few of them the other day, and a little iffy. And I've been in some classes and I've seen some binders that could use some work. So that's what today's about: what to keep, what to throw away, what to organize, right? So let's get to our announcements. All right, today is Monday, August the 12th, 2024, and these are your morning announcements. Westlake Middle School is an added school-wide side distinction. Mission of Westlake Middle School is to reveal the genius of each Wildcat through a culture of joy, respect, and excellence. We believe every person deserves to be seen, affirmed, and to grow. All right, let's make sure we're Wildcat ready, everyone. Our lineages and our IDs are around our necks. Our student organizers and binders, our student agenda books are with us. Writing in our organizer every day. Backpacks and purses are in our lockers. Hats, sunglasses, and hoods are off. AirPods, phones are in our lockers. And blankets stay at home. Make sure part of your binder being with you too. You're something to write with every day. That's important to bring to class every single day. All right, today is a Blue Day with advisory, which means we're in advisory right now, and we have block 1, 2. Block 3 is the lunch period. Block 4, block 5. Also important today, we're starting to count tardies to class. And so if you are tardy to class, you're going to be on time. And so we'll work with you this week, kind of figure out where we have the issues are. But we do start tardy to class. And on page number 5 in your agenda book, we actually have what happens when you get different kind of tardies. So at 4, you have lunch attention. At 6, you have lunch attention. 8, after attention at Saturday school. And then a day of ISI if we cannot get that together. So let's make sure we are on time every time to class. All right, as these are your bus slots, don't forget, we did show update. Somebody asked about bus 121. 121 and 10 are the same bus, but they're always in slot 3. Don't forget, as you exit door 20 out there by the 7th grade hallway and you go up there, slot 1 starts the closest to that area and then works its way around all the way back down to door 13. All right, so 1 through 11 and then 12 through 22. On there, sometimes you'll see these two buses, 252 and 255, will be slotted closest over by me where I stand for the dismissal. But every other bus is always in this slot, even if they change the numbers for the day. All right, library is open. To visit, you must have a library pass, have an ID. A temporary one is okay. 1 student per pass. Ask your teacher at an appropriate time. All students will visit the library this week with their English language arts classes. Hey, become a student tour guide. 7th and 8th grade students that are interested in becoming a student tour guide, get an application from your advisory teacher and turn it into Miss Robay in room C210 by August 15th, 2024. There are limited spots available for us, but a student tour guide for this year for our new student advisory. Here's what we want to look at. So look at page 8 of your agenda book, right? And so teachers, you can pause this if you need to. But I want to make sure that we're right on the times for this day, Thursday and Friday of our time, because we had to change this up from the original bell schedule that we put in the agenda book. But this time is right here. The 9:45, like 9:30 to 10:45 is correct. All right, 75 minutes, 4-minute passing period. 10:49 is the start time correctly here, but this should now become 12 o'clock. Right here, this should become 12 o'clock. I'm sorry, 12 o'clock becomes 11:59, right? So this is 11:59 now. In your book, it says 12 o'clock. And then this, I should now say 12:03 to 12:03, which is that's just an ending time for us to keep time in. And then lunches, again, that is the same. But then 1:47 and like we had to let out, we have a 4-minute passing period in here. So lunch is your 43, then you have 47 to 57 is this part for a lunch, 201 2, 311, and then 315. This is the back one is the same. And then on the back end too, same thing down here. First one's right, the last one's right. You got to make sure that you are changing these up for these. Just take a pencil, cross out these numbers, and just change them up a little bit. There's not a lot to change here, but do go ahead and make sure you're correct. And I want to give you the wrong bell schedule in your agenda book. That's my fault. I apologize for that. We did have a shift a little bit thing because we were off on minutes for lunch. All right, speaking of lunch and breakfast, tomorrow for breakfast we have mini pancakes or muffin, cereal or juice. But today for lunch we have boneless buffalo wings and bread, pizza, chipotle turkey wrap, yogurt parfait, and California blend. Remember to clean up Wesleyan. Make sure our language is cleaned up. I'm hearing a lot of just swear words just casually thrown around because we casually throw them around in the summertime because we're out with our friends all the time. But now you're in a more structured environment here at school. Make sure we're cleaning up our curse words and not just saying whatever we want to say. Those do lead to bad things. All right, talking about binder organization today. Make sure you have a good 3-ring binder. Everyone has a binder. Everybody had a binder as of last Monday. You have a labeled tab divider for each subject area, a zippered pouch, 2 or more writing utensils, notebook paper, handouts and classworks behind each divider. It means we have a 3-hole punch and then put away. We don't just leave everything in the front pocket of our binder. And we also have an agenda book in there. So at this time, teachers, make sure every student has a very organized binder. Let them show you that. And I believe next Monday will be our first Monday of having a competition. I might just pull 2 or 3 or 4 advisories out of a hat and see if they can send me down how many people they have in their best binders and who has the best binder of those 4 classes. All right, let's make sure we're keeping our hands off each other. Like we had 2 altercations the other day. On Friday, those students are not here with us today for the most part, or they're in certain places for a consequence. It started because we wouldn't keep our hands off each other. And if you can't do that, let me know because we'll have to find another place for you. But keeping your hands off each other is critical. All right, pass protocol. Every student only gets one pass a week, and there's no pass in the first 20 minutes or last 20 minutes of class. In the cafeteria, sit at the correct tables and facing the center. Again, keep your hands off each other. Stay in your seat and have your ID. And stay in your seat until your grade level is called, and then walk back to class. Do not run. Teachers can only write 2 to 3 passes per class, and also teachers can also say no. And any restroom pass out of class for a pass protocol is 5 minutes or less. Don't forget that dismissal bell does not dismiss you, your teacher does. And breakfast students, you must report directly off the cafetorium, or directly to the cafetorium off the bus to get breakfast. We're not coming in. Also, drop-off line after 9:25. And you get passed back only if we let you out past 9:26. Teachers, if a student says they had breakfast, but they have no pass, they were let out in time to get to class on time. All food should be in the cafetorium. No food should be outside the cafetorium. And student your ID also must be around your neck for you to receive a hall pass or check out a library book. And don't forget about our cell phones being in our locker between 9:25 and 4:25. They'll be taken if they're seen or heard. Don't forget our motto, which in Spanish is Cada Wildcat, Cada Dia Mejora, which means every Wildcat, every day gets better. And we hope you have a marvelous Monday and get better. Make sure we're organized this morning in our advisory. Have a great day, everybody.